Have you ever wondered why the more you walk, the weaker your legs start to feel? It sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? Because all our life we've been told that walking is the best medicine. But after 65, many elders begin to feel knee pain, stiffness in the back, or dizziness even though they are walking every day. The truth is, a few common walking mistakes could silently be draining your energy, hurting your joints, and reducing your balance. But don't worry. This video will gently guide you through 6 simple, safe, and effective exercises that are actually better than long walks, especially for Indian seniors. They are easy to do at home, even while sitting on your wooden chair or beside your tulsi plant. Before we begin, I would love to hear from you. Where are you watching this from, and what time is it there? Please leave a comment below. Even one small moment from your day matters deeply to me. And if you find this helpful, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss the next video designed specially for elders like you. Mistake 1. Walking with bad posture. Have you ever noticed, dear elder, that after a short walk these days, your neck feels stiff? Your back begins to ache and your head feels slightly heavy, almost like a weight is pressing down from above. It often begins so quietly you hardly realize it. But over time, you may find yourself walking with your head pushed forward, shoulders hunched in, and your lower back slightly bent, especially if your eyes are looking down at the ground or your hands are clasped behind. This posture, though common, is not harmless. Doctors explain that when your neck leans forward and the shoulders remain collapsed for long durations, it compresses the spine and reduces blood flow to the brain. This can result in frequent dizziness, slower reflexes, backaches, and even poor sleep. The nerves in your upper back and neck begin to feel tight, and the muscles in your legs work harder just to keep you upright. It becomes a silent burden that many Indian seniors carry each day without knowing it. In our culture, we often walk after meals to the temple or to the market, but rarely do we notice how we are walking. Sometimes these habits formed long ago no longer serve our aging body well. And yet the solution does not have to be complicated. There is one small invisible practice that thousands of seniors across Gujarat, West Bengal, and Tamil Nadu have quietly started doing at home without stepping outside. It is called the invisible step. It looks like nothing, but it gently wakes up your legs, pumps blood toward the heart, and supports your spine without putting pressure on it. Here is how you can do it. Sit upright on your wooden or plastic chair feet flat on the ground. Now, lift your heels gently while keeping your toes on the floor. Then slowly reverse lift your toes while your heels stay grounded. Repeat this movement heel toe for 3 to 5 minutes, like a soft rhythm of your morning bhajan. Why does this help? When you lift the heel and then the toe, your calf muscles act like a natural pump. They push blood upward toward your heart and brain, improving circulation and reducing swelling or heaviness in your legs. It is especially helpful if you tend to sit for long periods, like during TV time or afternoon rest. This small movement does not strain your spine. Instead, it allows your upper body to remain still while your lower limbs stay active. Over time, this can improve balance, reduce fatigue, and even help with mental clarity. Many elders report that after doing it daily, they feel more steady while walking and less tired while climbing stairs. The beauty is, you don't need a yoga mat, sports shoes, or even extra time. You can do it while sipping your evening chai, listening to news, or waiting for your grandson to return from school. It is quiet, dignified, and made for your stage of life. When posture hurts, the body, movement can heal it, but only if that movement is gentle, respectful, and designed for the reality of your age. The invisible step may be small, but its impact is lasting, like the quiet wisdom that grows with every year you live. Mistake 2. Walking too fast or too long without rest. In the peaceful hours of early morning, many elders across India tie their shoelaces, adjust the shawl or cap, and step out for their daily walk. It has become a routine of habit, a moment of quiet pride, to walk farther, to walk faster, to show that age has not slowed us down. But sometimes, without realizing, we push ourselves a little too much, especially after 60, when the body no longer moves as effortlessly as it once did. Have you ever come back from your morning walk with legs that feel sore, a heartbeat that races, or breath that struggles to settle? Have you noticed a dryness in your throat or a slight trembling in your knees as you climb the steps back home? This happens not because walking is bad, but because walking too fast, too long, or without small breaks can actually exhaust the body instead of strengthening it. Doctors explain that after a certain age, the body's hydration balance, muscle elasticity, and heart function begin to change. The sweat glands become slower, so cooling the body takes more time. The leg muscles take longer to recover. And the heart, though still faithful, needs a gentler pace to pump efficiently without overworking. This is why so many seniors feel sudden cramps, dizziness, or even mild chest discomfort during or after a walk. It is not weakness. It is the body speaking, asking for a little more kindness, a little more understanding. But here is the good news. You can still begin your day with movement without stepping outside or pushing your limits. And it starts even before you leave your bed. One of the most gentle and effective ways to prepare your body is the bedside ankle circle and foot flex routine. This movement, though simple, tells your legs, joints, and blood vessels, a new day is beginning. Let us wake up together. Here is how to do it. Before rising from your bed, lie comfortably on your back. Slowly lift one leg slightly and rotate the ankle in small circles 5 times clockwise, then 5 times anti-clockwise. Then flex your foot up and down gently, like pressing and releasing the brake of your old scooter. Repeat with the other foot, moving slowly with care. These ankle movements are not only good for your joints, they help circulate blood in your lower limbs, warm up stiff muscles, and reduce the risk of falls or cramps when you finally stand. Even more, they signal to your nervous system that the body is ready to move calmly, steadily, without shock or strain. Many elders in Lucknow, Mysore, and Bhopal have adopted this practice. They say it makes their legs feel lighter, their balance more stable, and their energy more consistent throughout the day. You don't need a yoga teacher. You don't need to wear shoes. You only need your own attention right there on the same mattress where you rested. When movement begins with gentleness, the whole day follows that rhythm. And for the senior heart and body, that rhythm can mean the difference between tiredness and strength, between struggle and joy. Let your first movement of the day be a quiet gift to yourself, not a race to prove your age wrong, but a soft reminder that health begins with understanding. Mistake 3. Holding breath while walking or climbing. There is something many elders in India do without even realizing it, especially when walking uphill, climbing stairs, or trying to move faster than usual. They unknowingly hold their breath. Not because they want to, but because the effort of movement quietly steals the breath away. And before they notice, their chest feels tight, their heartbeat quickens, and a wave of tiredness sweeps over them. Have you ever found yourself reaching the top of the stairs only to feel out of breath and slightly dizzy? Or perhaps after walking across the park, your heart begins to thump harder than expected, leaving you with a dry mouth and heaviness in the chest. This is not just due to age or effort, it is often because the breath was not flowing properly during the movement. You see, after 60, the lungs slowly begin to lose elasticity. The chest muscles are no longer as flexible, and the diaphragm does not move with the same strength as it once did. This means that shallow or held breath puts extra pressure on the heart, making it work harder to pump oxygen to every cell. That is why holding the breath even for a few seconds while climbing can create a sudden feeling of exhaustion or tightness. But there is a gentle way to train your body to breathe better. A way that many grandmothers in Varanasi and retired uncles in Madurai now follow quietly every morning beside their kitchen wall. It's called the stretching cat pose. The name may sound playful, but the effect is powerful. This posture stretches your back, loosens your shoulders, and most importantly, creates space in your chest and lungs to allow deeper breathing. When paired with slow, conscious breath, it calms the nervous system and improves oxygen flow to the brain. Here's how to do it. Stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Any wall in your home will do. Place your hands on the wall at shoulder height. Then, slowly push your hips backward, allowing your chest to move forward and your spine to form an L shape. Keep your legs slightly bent, your feet hip-width apart, and your neck relaxed. Now, as you hold the stretch, take a deep breath in through your nose. Let your lungs fill gently as if welcoming fresh morning air. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth as if blowing out a small deer flame without letting it flicker. Each breath should be smooth, even and longer than the last. Do this for just 60 seconds. No rush, no force. With each repetition, you'll feel the tightness in your back easing and your lungs feeling lighter, more open. Seniors who do this daily say they walk longer without breathlessness, sleep better at night, and even feel calmer during the day. This is not a gym workout. It is a prayerful movement, one that respects the pace of your body and the wisdom of your age. And like the gentle stretch of a cat after a nap, it brings both grace and strength back into your posture and breath. So next time you feel your breath struggling during a walk, pause and remember this pose. Because sometimes the path to better health begins not with more effort, but with deeper breath and gentler understanding. Mistake 4. Constantly looking down while walking. Have you ever caught yourself staring at the ground as you walk from the garden path to the temple gate or even across the living room? It may seem harmless, even careful, especially when the road is uneven or the slippers feel loose. But this small habit of constantly looking down can slowly take a toll on the body and the mind, especially in your golden years. When your head is tilted forward for long, the neck muscles begin to tighten like coiled wires. The upper back rounds, the chest closes, and the entire posture becomes slightly hunched. This not only strains the cervical spine, but also disrupts your sense of balance. Your eyes may be watching the floor, but your brain receives fewer cues from the surroundings, making every step feel less secure. Doctors across India have noticed a pattern in seniors who report frequent neck pain, blurry vision while walking, or even fear of falling. It is not just due to weak legs. It is often linked to reduced head position awareness and poor postural reflexes. In fact, when you constantly look down the inner ear, your body's natural balance system does not get activated properly. This increases the risk of stumbles, especially on familiar paths like your own corridor or prayer room. So, what is the gentle solution? It's not about forcing your neck up or trying to march with perfect steps. It begins with retraining your body's inner balance, and you can do it right in your bathroom while brushing your teeth. Yes, the practice is simple. It is called the toothbrush balance, and many seniors in Ahmedabad and Kochi have quietly added it to their morning routine. All it takes is 2 minutes, and it helps not only your legs but also your brain. Here's how you begin. While brushing your teeth, stand tall and slowly lift one foot off the floor, balancing on the other. Hold the sink lightly with one hand if needed. After 30 seconds, switch legs. In the beginning, your body may wobble a little. That is perfectly fine. What matters is that this act gently wakes up the muscles in your ankles, calves, and lower belly, the same ones that protect you from falling. But the real magic is happening in the brain. You see, when your body balances and your hands are busy brushing, your brain is doing two things at once. This stimulates the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for attention, memory, and coordination. Research shows that dual task exercises like this help delay cognitive decline and improve reaction time in seniors. After a few weeks of this habit, many elders have reported fewer near falls, sharper memory, and a stronger sense of confidence while walking. It also gives a peaceful start to the day, connecting body and mind in a small but meaningful way. This is not exercise in the traditional sense. It is a soft daily ritual, a moment of connection between your toothbrush, your breath, and your balance. And it costs nothing, takes no extra time, and brings real results. So next time you brush your teeth, don't rush. Lift one foot, take a breath, and feel the quiet strength returning, just like prayers whispered at dawn, calm and full of purpose. Mistake 5. Walking on uneven ground without support. In many homes across India, from narrow lanes in Bhopal to garden paths in Coimbatore, elders begin their day with a short walk. They enjoy the early breeze, the sound of birds, and the peace that comes before the world wakes up. But for some, that quiet walk becomes a quiet worry. Because with each step on uneven ground, whether it is a broken footpath, a loose tile near the gate, or a slope near the temple, there is a silent fear of falling. Many elders do not like to admit it, but they know it in their hearts that their legs don't feel as strong and their balance is not what it used to be. And yet, out of habit or pride, they walk without a walking stick, without holding the wall, without asking for support. This can lead to unexpected stumbles, sudden ankle twists, or in more serious cases, even hospital visits for hip fractures. In India, the fear of being a burden often stops elders from expressing this weakness. But dear friend, there is nothing weak about caring for your safety. Doctors explain that after 60, the muscles around the hips and thighs begin to shrink unless actively used. This affects our ability to recover quickly if we slip, or to lift the legs high enough when stepping over small obstacles. The joints become stiff and the signals from our brain to the legs travel more slowly. This is why many elders say they feel hesitant or shaky on certain roads even when the mind feels clear. But there is a quiet way to rebuild that strength, a simple daily practice that requires no gym, no shoes, and no audience. Just you, your breath, and the familiar wall of your home. It is called the wall sit, and it has helped many elders from Pune to Patna walk more confidently again. Here is how it works. Stand with your back against the wall in your bedroom or living room. Place your feet slightly forward, about 1 foot length away from the wall. Now slowly slide down as if you are about to sit on an invisible chair. Don't go too low. Even a gentle bend in the knees is enough to wake up the thighs and hips. Hold for a few seconds, breathing normally. Then rise slowly using your legs, not your arms, for support. This exercise gently builds the muscle memory required for real-life movements like climbing stairs, getting into autos, or standing up from the bed. It also improves posture and coordination, helping the body respond faster when faced with imbalance. More importantly, it brings back a quiet sense of control. Because when your legs feel stronger, your heart feels braver. You no longer hesitate at the first step of the temple or feel nervous on a rainy path. You may never need to show others that you are practicing this. But your body will thank you one steady breath and one silent sit at a time. Because sometimes standing tall again begins with learning how to sit strong. Mistake 6. Only walking without muscle strengthening. For many seniors in India, walking has always been the trusted companion of a good health. It is free, familiar, and reminds us of the days when our legs carried us everywhere, from the school gate to the sabzi mandi, from temple paths to family weddings. But what if I told you that walking alone may not be enough to keep your body strong and upright after the age of 65? You see, while walking helps circulation and keeps the joints moving, it does not fully engage the deeper muscles, especially those around your belly, back, and shoulders. These muscles are like the inner scaffolding of your body. When they weaken, your posture slowly shifts. The spine begins to curve forward, the shoulders slump, and the body becomes more tired with even the simplest movements. Many elders do not realize this change until small signs appear, like finding it harder to sit up from the floor, noticing a slower reaction while reaching for something, or feeling a light tremor in the hands while pouring tea. These are not just signs of age. They are gentle reminders from the body asking for attention. Science tells us that muscle mass naturally declines with age. But with just a few minutes of the right movement every day, we can slow this loss and restore strength where it matters most. And you do not need a gym or trainer, or even to stand up. All you need is your wooden chair, your breath, and a peaceful moment. This is where the seated cross-arm reach becomes a powerful tool. It looks simple, but it activates the very muscles that support your posture, sharpen your memory, and improve your reflexes. Here's how to do it. Sit tall in your chair with your feet flat on the ground. Now, stretch both arms forward as if offering a warm embrace. Then, gently bring your right hand to your left knee while turning slightly at the waist. Breathe in deeply. Now, return to the center and switch sides, left hand to right knee. Exhale slowly. This movement, when repeated 10 times on each side, engages your core, your shoulder joints, and your neck muscles. It also stimulates circulation to the brain, improving mental clarity and helping reduce hand shakiness. You can do this while waiting for your milk to boil, during your afternoon break, or even while watching your favorite bhajan program. Elders across Surat, Kochi and Nagpur have shared how this small habit has made them feel more alert, more balanced, and more in control of their body. Some say their memory has improved. Others say they feel steadier when lifting pots or carrying groceries. It is not magic, it is mindful movement. In our Indian homes, we often fold our hands in prayer. This simple cross-arm movement feels just as sacred. It is a way of thanking the body for all that it has carried through decades of work, family, and devotion. So next time you sit for a moment of rest, let it become a moment of care. Reach across, breathe deeply, and remember, strength is not always loud or fast. Sometimes it comes quietly through the soft rhythm of your own hands. If you are finding these exercises helpful, please do tap the like button and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps this message reach more elders across India, from the quiet homes of Jaipur to the busy lanes of Kolkata. Your small click can brighten someone else's day. So today, dear elder, we have learned something very important. It is not about how far or how fast you walk. True health in the golden years comes from walking the right way at the right time and gently combining it with small mindful exercises. Because as the body changes with age, the way we care for it must also evolve with wisdom, patience, and respect. Even if you are 60, 70 or beyond, never doubt the power of small movements. A quiet ankle circle, a stretch by the kitchen wall, a balance while brushing. These tiny acts done daily can slowly bring back strength, balance, and a deep sense of independence. So tell me, which of the 6 simple exercises today touched you the most? Type the number 1 to 6 in the comments below. Your answer may inspire another elder sitting in a quiet corner just like you. And now, picture this: an old wooden chair, morning sunlight falling gently through the window, a warm cup of chai in hand, and bhajans playing softly in the background. That, my friend, is not just peace. That is health, dignity, and quiet strength.